Thank you so much for joining me. Brantley, do you want to introduce yourself first? Kind of tell us about your role at BW Packaging.
Yeah, so I'm Brantley Turner. I'm the senior product manager for flow wrapping and vertical bagging here at Hayssen. So I help drive innovation in strategic target markets, and I help connect our products to customer needs.
Awesome. And how long have you been with BW?
I've been here for 15 years.
All right.
In a variety of roles.
Variety. Okay. What can you tell us about your role right now?
Yeah, my role now as senior product manager, I am really focused on driving strategic initiatives internally and helping connect our products with customers in target markets and kind of through marquee innovations.
Awesome. And we are here to talk about your new flow wrapper. Do you want to introduce it?
Sure. The X850 is like a next generation flow wrapper that's built on the legacy of a machine called the RT that we've had in the market for almost 70 years. So it's a reimagining of that machine, solving some of the pain points that customers have experienced while enhancing the things that make it so great.
All right. So I have a few questions I sent over ahead of time. We can just kind of get into them. I know one of the big features of the Hayssen is the updated version, the quick release jaw. Can we talk about how it reduces maintenance time and improves uptime?
Sure. So on the 850, we have a quick release mechanism built into the jaw itself. So instead of having to have a separate tool to take jaws in and out for changeovers, if you're going from hole punch to non-hole punch, or if you have a heater or a knife issue or something like that, it's built in already. So you're not searching for another tool to do the task. It's just part of the assembly itself.
Okay, and then let's talk about jam detection, clearing systems. How does that impact throughput in real-time operations?
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest ones. So traditionally on the predecessor, on the RT, if we had product in the seal, the machine would stop and you'd have to clear this jam. The way the RT and the 850 work is we're pulling the film with the dies. So if there's something in the way, we can't pull the film and the machine has to stop. And so what we did here was we figured out a way to detect that product in the jaw and leave a jaw open or put a jaw in a different place, kind of a wrong place, if you will, in order to keep running. So our philosophy really is that a bad bag or two is better than a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes of downtime to clear and recover from that jam.
Definitely. Thank you. And what sparked creating this machine or upgrading it from the previous version?
Yeah, I would say we've been trying. I mean, with a 70-year-old machine, it's probably, you'd say it's long overdue, but the great thing about the RT was its really long dwell time, which is really great for people in industries like cheese that need high seal integrity and also run it at high speed. And so what made the RT great was the die wheel and the amount of dwell time that we get there. But that's also where some of the challenges come in, and we've been trying really for the last 5 to 10 years to find a way to solve those challenges without sacrificing that dwell time, and that was a tall task. And customers have been asking us for those kind of changes for some time, and really, I would say in the last kind of 3 to 4 years did we find a viable solution, start developing that, start iterating that, and trialing and testing it to get it to the point where we're ready to launch it today.
Thank you. And you mentioned cheese. Any other products you may want to spotlight that machine works with?
Yeah, it's great for any product that needs to run high seal integrity at high speed. And when we say high speed, we mean, beyond 150 packs a minute, really 200, 250, even up to 300 packs a minute in some cases. So in any of those similar type products like a wet wipe, or maybe even there's a few confectionery or bakery products that might meet those characteristics, but anything like that would be suitable on this machine.
Yeah, and then before we kind of go into operator efficiency, has it been deployed or integrated into any lines yet? I know the release just came out.
Yeah, part of our process is we develop equipment with key partners, and we put machines in the field so that we can find out, what's really working as intended and what needs to be changed and iterated on. So we have a machine in the field that's been running, I'd say kind of 6 to 8 months at this point.
Okay, and I won't press on too many other details about that specific deployment. Are there any other plans to roll it out to any other lines?
We do, yeah. We have a few orders now. We're also working on another trial in an adjacent market to try to test speed capabilities and iterate the design in that market as well. And so we'll be launching in kind of that adjacent market probably in the summer this year.
Awesome. And I know the machine includes HMI, RFID logins. How does that improve operator efficiency while reducing errors?
Yeah, I think this is one of the really interesting things we started doing a few years ago across our range, even on entry-level machines, on vertical baggers, is we use the RFID login instead of a password. What we find is that everyone in the plant quickly knows the master password. It's hard to track changes. People change things by accident, that they didn't mean to, and it's hard to get back. And so by using the ID badges that many people already use for building access as the login tool, we can set up individuals with access levels based on their role. We can control individual feature access levels, and nobody swaps passwords, right? Because you use your own ID badge every time to get in. The other nice thing that I touched on there is we keep a log of those changes. So if something happens in an off shift and you need to get back, where things used to be, you can go into the log and see who made what change when, what they changed it from, and what they changed things to, and ask questions to get back where you used to be.
Definitely. So the badge, then they just can get into the building and then they can access the machine with RFID?
Yeah, it works with many building access systems. It works with hotel room key cards, all kinds of RFID badges. So we can configure those at installation for a specific customer.
Makes it a lot easier on the employee, the operator too, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And so let's talk about the X850 with different film types. Can you explain how it works with recyclable options or eco-friendly, and then any integration aspects?
Yeah, we've seen some push, on the predecessor, the RT, for eco-friendly films in the past. One of the challenges we've had on the RT is that the way we control temperature is not as tight as it needs to be to run those films efficiently. And so some of the changes we made on this machine to get integrated temperature control on every die, top and bottom, controlling every temperature within a few degrees, has opened the door really for us to run recyclable films at a similar speed as traditional films, which has been one of the holdups, I think, in some cases for recyclable films in the past. So very, very excited to see how that continues to develop.
Thank you. And then how does the X850 Smart Controls support data collection, predictive maintenance, or anything else related to Industry 4.0?
Yeah, we've got some tie-ins for those things for data collection and the beginnings for thinking about predictive maintenance there. We are logging some changes and time between failures on some components on the machine for those to start to become tie-ins for plant operations.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And Brantley, I will leave the floor to you. Is there anything else you may want to add about the X850?
Yeah, just this is a really exciting time for us. As you can imagine, it's been a number of years since we've we've done something different on this product line for this industry, and so I think this is a revolutionary approach to this type of flow wrapping that hasn't really been seen in the market before. And so I'm really excited to tell people about it and have people come see it and solve some of the challenges that people are dealing with day to day through this machine.
Definitely, I appreciate that. And you mentioned one last question, revolutionizing flow wrapping. What do you think the X850 does differently or builds on to revolutionize that market?
Yeah, I think we did what we set out to do. Really, is we created a machine that has extremely long dwell time at high speed without the added maintenance that has traditionally come from a machine like this. So compared to a traditional single or even double jaw, twin jaw, long dwell machine, we have 10 times the amount of dwell time as some of those machines. So being able to make those quality seals at that speed is huge. And I think solving some of those kind of long-standing pain points allows this type of packaging to enter some markets that it hasn't been into before, and to think about conversion from other formats to flow wrapping, which is very exciting.
Sounds very exciting. I appreciate your time, Brantley. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.